Today, I will be talking to you about vaccinations in Albuquerque and why these are important. First, I'm going to start with talking about what are vaccines, what started the hesitance in getting vaccinated, why is it important for people, especially children, in New Mexico to get vaccinated, and how do we encourage people in Albuquerque to get vaccinated. I'm going to go over the cause of people not wanting to get vaccinated, the effects of people not getting vaccinated, the description of a project plan for getting vaccinations, cost and benefits, and budget, and recommendations. Some background information you will need to know is that a shot, also known as a vaccine, is something many of us have experienced in a doctor setting. The hesitation with getting vaccinated mainly originated from an article written in 1998 that started vaccines caused autism, but was later found to be fraudulent. Parents are only looking to protect their kids when they don't get their children vaccinated because they think it will do more harm. The truth is their children is more at risk when they aren't vaccinated. Children are more at risk than any other group for becoming ill because they don't have fully developed immune systems yet. Parents are often given the wrong information, and this is the biggest lead to parents not getting their kids vaccinated. These are some graphs that were given by the CDC that reports on measles and diphtheria, and they show that as vaccinations for these two diseases came out, how these diseases basically became extinct, and they showed the great side to vaccination. The importance in Albuquerque. Outbreaks can happen anywhere, including Albuquerque. APS has continued to make it easier for parents to opt out of mandatory vaccines for public schools. In doing so, this could lead to more outbreaks. Within the last 7 years, the opting out rate has doubled and is continuing to grow. With more children every year not getting vaccinated, the chance of any serious and deadly outbreaks increase. For my project plan, I propose that in Albuquerque there is obviously a problem that is growing and putting children in harm's way of life-threatening diseases. In order to fix this problem, there needs to be a step-by-step plan. For my first step, I propose education. The biggest reason for parents not getting their kids vaccinated is because they're not receiving the right information or they're receiving false information on vaccination. If APS and the city educate the public with correct and more valid information, they're more likely to get vaccinated. Educating parents and the public needs to take place in a couple of different settings. The first setting needs to be going to the source, which is APS, and educating parents of the schools with meetings, posters around the school, and even sending flyers home with kids. The second one is educating also needs to happen in a professional medical setting, such as doctor's office, and more importantly, pediatric offices around the city. The next step is step 2, the opting out program. APS has allowed parents to opt out of vaccinations for their children through the exemption form immunization form. APS has continued to make it easier for parents to choose their option, and in doing so, the rate of children opting out has gone up. In this plan, I propose that APS makes this process and screening harder for parents to use. For this part of the plan, the director of the APS, Daphne Strader, would need to be contacted. After this, a revision of the exemption from form, immunization form, would need to be revised, and screening process for these forms will need to become harder. These forms are meant for parents and have religious or medical reasons, but are not meant for parents that are scared to get their kids vaccinated. These opting out forms are legit and have great reasoning behind them because some kids are actually allergic to vaccinations or have real religious reasons, but they are not meant for parents that don't have the right information and are using them because they're scared. Costs and benefits and the budget. Costs will include flyers, holding meetings, more hours for pay for teachers, professionals being brought in to talk to parents, posters, and revision to opting out forms. Budget. There are 142 schools run by APS, and 84,000 students at around 8 cents per copy comes out to $6,720 for each student to receive a flyer about the benefits and correct information on getting vaccinated. This could be easily reduced for only handing out copies to the targeted audience and only handing them out to the elementary schools that would target the kids and children of APS. If each school has around 5 posters, this would cost around $3,000. But again, this could be reduced with only hanging up posters in elementary schools. Holding meetings would include more hourly pay for teachers, which could vary on the hourly rate. Revisions for the opting out form and changing it could potentially be one of the lowest costs of this project. The final budget I propose is $10,000 per year. The benefits, although the cost might seem to be a lot and might be harder for APS to afford, the benefits would make it all worth it. In 1 year, anywhere from 3,000 to 20,000 people can die from the flu each year. These deaths could easily be prevented. With the education on vaccinations and opting out process becoming harder, this number could be significantly reduced and could potentially save many lives. This is a huge benefit to the public health. Not only can death from the flu be prevented, but also many other deaths from life-threatening diseases such as chickenpox, polio, and pertussis, and other diseases like these. In conclusion, there is no doubt that an outbreak can happen at any time and anywhere. It has been seen before. The only thing that we can do is take precautions and get vaccinated. Kids, being one of the most vulnerable groups, count on their parents to keep them healthy and safe. Oftentimes, it is not the parents' fault when they are given the wrong information, and it is up to the city and APS to correct their doubts and persuade them to get vaccinated. Education is one of the biggest tools that they need to be used in this plan because it will help parents receive the right information and push them towards healthier solutions, such as getting vaccinated. Exemption form and immunization form in APS needs to become more strict, and the immunization rules need to be enforced more. In doing so, many kids' lives could be saved. Hi, what's up? Thanks, it's from like the 6th grade. Why, what's up? You are not home. Don't do this. You're not home. You're joking. Wait, are you actually home? You're not home. No, you didn't. Why would you go to Munoz?